All right, let's dive into something that every single driver has to deal with: mastering intersections. We're going to break down the universal rules that keep traffic moving safely, but stick around because we're also going to uncover a critical, country specific exception in Greece that could absolutely save you from a major headache.
And let's be real, the stakes couldn't be higher. That quote on the screen says it all. Getting priority wrong is one of the top reasons for accidents. A tiny miscalculation can have huge consequences, and that's exactly what we're here to help you avoid.
Now, you should know that all the info we're covering today comes straight from a pro. It's all based on the fantastic lessons of driving and traffic education instructor Aras Sografos. We're basically taking his expert classroom knowledge and making it practical for all of us out on the road. Okay, so let's start at square one. What are we even talking about when we say an unequal priority intersection? It's really any intersection where you don't see a traffic light. Instead, you've got signs that do all the work. They tell you which road is the main drag and which ones are the side streets. Just understanding that simple hierarchy is honestly half the battle. So before your foot even thinks about touching the gas pedal at one of these intersections, there are two golden rules you have to burn into your brain. These are the absolute foundation for every single decision you're about to make. It really is this simple. First, you got to know where you stand. Are you on the main road or a secondary one? And second, no matter what, pedestrians always come first. These are not suggestions, folks. They are hard and fast rules. So, the moment you approach the intersection, your eyes need to find those signs. They tell you the whole story. Main road means you have priority. Secondary road means your job is to yield. That one little observation dictates everything that happens next. And let's be crystal clear on this pedestrian thing. If you're turning onto a new street and someone's already in the middle of crossing it, you wait. If you're coming up to an intersection and someone's walking across, you wait. It makes zero difference whether there's a painted crosswalk or not. Their safety is priority number one, period. Okay, so we've got the golden rules down. Now, how does the traffic actually flow? The good news is the sequence is super simple and totally logical. Let's walk through it. It's a clean two-step dance. First, everyone on the main road gets to go. And here's a key detail. If their paths don't actually cross, they can move at the same time, which is what keeps things from grinding to a halt. Then, and only after that main road is clear, does the traffic from the secondary roads get their chance. Now for the big one. This all works great until two cars with the exact same priority are about to cross paths, right? We need a tiebreaker. And that's where something called the rule of the right comes in. So what do? Picture it, you and another car, both on the main road, and your paths are definitely going to intersect. Who gets to go first? Well, the answer is a beautiful universal rule of driving. And here's how it works. The rule is simple. When you have equal priority, you always yield to the vehicle coming from your right. So if that blue car is on your right side, you wait. If you're in the blue car and a bus is coming from your right, you wait for the bus. This applies whether you're on the main road or a secondary road. The principle is exactly the same. If there's a car on your right, they go first. All right, we've nailed down the standard playbook. Now let's get into a few of the special cases and tricky situations that can really throw you for a loop if you're not ready for them. The tram. Trams have a kind of special status, but it's conditional. Think of it like this. The tram's priority superpower only works when it's on equal footing with you. If you're both on the main road, the tram wins. It gets to go first, even if it's on your left. But if that tram is on a secondary road and you're on the main, it loses its powers and has to wait just like everybody else. You know, a stop sign or a yield sign is more than just a suggestion to look both ways. It means you are 100% responsible for making sure your entry is completely safe. Let's say you're entering a one-way street and a truck is in the far lane. Even if it looks clear, you have to wait. Why? Because that truck driver has every right to change lanes without warning. And if you pull out and they hit you, it's entirely on you. You have to anticipate, not just react. Let's talk roundabouts. For pretty much any modern roundabout you see with signs, the rule is beautiful and simple. If you are already in the circle, you own it. You have the priority. Anyone trying to get in has to wait for you. But, and you knew there was a but coming. And here it is. This is the big one, especially if you're driving in Greece. Pay close attention. If you come up to a roundabout and there are absolutely no signs at the entrance, the rule completely flips on its head. Priority is given to the cars entering the circle. This is the exact opposite of the modern rule, and knowing this difference is absolutely vital.
Whew. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's pull it all together so you can hit those intersections with total confidence.
Here it is, your quick mental checklist. First, identify the main road. Main road always goes first. If paths cross with someone of equal status, yield to your right. Trams get priority, but only on equal footing. And at roundabouts, cars inside have priority, unless there are no signs.
Look, at the end of the day, memorizing these rules is just the starting point. True safety comes from developing a defensive mindset. It's about anticipating what the other driver might do, staying alert, and remembering that keeping the road safe is a team sport.
So there you have it. This isn't just theory for a driving test. These are practical tools for keeping you and everyone around you safe. The only real question left is, how are you going to consciously use this knowledge every single time you start the car? Drive safe out there.